constantly being attacked. Here I might put faith in quotes, yeah? Our faith is constantly being assaulted. Can you imagine yourself in the 16th century in 1543 when you were told by a supposed scientist by the name of Nicolaus Copernicus in 1543 that the universe did not revolve around the earth, it revolved around the sun? Oh, heresy! Heresy! Because in our faith, the earth is the center of the universe, because the earth is the Lord's, the earth is man is God's masterpiece. We have to be the center of the universe. Because, well, he didn't quite look up at his telescope, I'm not quite sure. But he examined the evidence and said, I don't think so. I think the sun, we seem to be going around the sun rather than the sun going around us. And Galileo was tortured, he was persecuted because he looked up into his telescope and said, hey, I think Copernicus is correct, you know. I think we are going around the sun. And the church had a hard time dealing with that. It was then perceived as an assault on their faith. But maybe, now we look back and say, maybe the faith that they had was placed in the wrong thing. But today we will still be facing that. Evidence will still come out. They will say, hey, what you guys believe, you Christians, hey, outdated, science says otherwise. Well, we're constantly being attacked. Some of you are going to go to university and be studying physics or whatever, biology, you're studying DNA, genetics, and all this kind of stuff. Trust me, your faith will be challenged. It will be challenged. Even in sociology, in all the humanist studies, your faith will be challenged. Believe it. But maybe let's talk about science, okay? Maybe some of us have grown up with that. My God is able to provide for all our needs. My God is good. He's able to heal. He's able to give me health. And then you fall sick. And then you lose your business. And then the good life becomes a distant memory. It becomes an assault on your faith as well. We are constantly challenged. The world system, circumstances of life will test us. We don't have the privilege of sitting down as if it were peacetime. We are at war. And the strategy of the enemy is to attack our heritage, is to attack our faith. But it doesn't stop there. Verse 4 and 5, it says, he was to teach them the language and literature of the Babylonians. The king assigned them a daily amount of food and wine from the king's table, and they were to be trained for 3 years. And after that, they will be entered into the king's service. Now here, everything takes place in Babylon. Jerusalem is a distant memory now. And what the king had planned was effectively what I would call an operation assimilation. Operasi asimilasi. It was to take these men, young men, the brightest from across the kingdom, to Babylon, and then begin to change them. There was a selection process. They will pick up the cream of the crop, and they will be offered the best education ever for 3 years. And then after that, if they made it, they will be given high-level positions in the empire. High-level government jobs, cushy jobs. Sounds like a sweet deal, right? I think it's a sweet deal. You know, it's all expense-paid, top-dollar scholarship to the best school in the country, in the universe at that time, okay, in the world. All expense-paid plus fine dining, yo. Okay, food and drink from the king's table, fine dining. Man, this is not cafeteria food, you know. Okay, this is fine dining. This is no joke. I mean, can't even think of an equivalent. This is like fast-track MBA, degree, full scholarship at Sloan School of Business at MIT, or you're singled out, by, what's his name? The guy, the apprentice. Somebody help me. The apprentice. Donald Trump. Singled out by Donald Trump and said, come, be my apprentice for 3